Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends and family on social media, and abound. And of course, subscribe. Today, we are talking the sneaky good move Michigan made along that coaching staff, plus a bunch of number ones have Michigan at or near the top for them. We're going to talk about that. And of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, man. And I'm going to tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. First things first, congratulations to Coach Dusty May and the Michigan men's basketball team going to Assembly Hall, getting a big win to remain tied for second place in the Big Ten. So shout out to those guys. We move on. The reason we are here, the sneaky good move Michigan made, hiring a familiar face in now assistant wide receiver coach Eric Campbell. Eric Campbell, very familiar with the Wolverines, a former player from 84 to 87, played with former head coach Jim Harbaugh, also coached under Jim Harbaugh as an assistant wide receiver coach, I believe, as well for one season. But Soup Campbell, as he was affectionately called during his playing days, played both ways, by the way, some safety and wide receiver, a la, Charles Woodson, who he coached, by the way, during his tenure at Michigan under Lloyd Carr from 95 to 2007. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is part of the reason this is an excellent hire. Soup Campbell, or Eric Campbell, the new assistant wide receivers coach, was the wide receiver coach slash, assistant head coach while Lloyd Carr was the head coach at Michigan, which saw pretty much a golden era of Michigan football at the wide receiver position, right? The only thing missing was a Desmond Howard, who was the, part of the previous regime. But the likes of Braylon Edwards, Mario Manningham, these types of guys were coached by Eric Campbell, which is excellent. Speaking of those types of guys being coached by Eric Campbell also coached while at Bowling Green this last season, the record breaker for tight end receptions and yards in Harold Fannin Jr. So Eric Campbell comes in with an excellent resume. He coached in the CFL for a while. He coached at Iowa for a while, UConn, Delaware. He could be the key in unlocking Michigan's potential at wide receiver. Coach Ron Bellamy, though he's done an excellent job on the recruiting trail, especially over the last couple of seasons, we haven't necessarily seen that come to fruition in terms of the production on the field from the wide receiver position. With a guy like Eric Campbell, I think that Michigan unlocks, that next level in terms of getting production out of the talent that they put out there at the wide receiver position. Only time will tell, though. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this hire. I, for one, think this is an A1 hire, A++ hire for Sharon Moore. Good job on him. We move right along. Now, I told you in the opening that there were some number one recruits out here that had Michigan at or near the top of their board. And boy, when I say number ones, I mean number ones. I mean number one overalls in their class. Let's start with the 27 class. Elijah Haven, the number one player in that class, quarterback out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, has Michigan very high on his list. In fact, when asked about the places he wanted to get out and see this upcoming season, Michigan was the first team out of his mouth. He went on to say, I went to a Michigan game but we kind of just toured the facilities. To get back there and to tour the campus and get a feel for the school is something I'm definitely looking forward to. So that, ladies and gentlemen, would be a massive, massive get. I don't want to draw comparisons to anybody else, but this guy is an absolute beast. 6'4", 180 plus pounds, absolute phenomenal passer of the football. I'm sorry, I said 180 plus pounds. That's wrong. He is actually 210 pounds, absolutely built like a man. You see the film here, and this is his sophomore season. He's a sophomore doing this. He looks like an absolute man out there amongst boys. This would be an amazing, amazing get in the 27 class if Michigan were able to land a guy like this. So we'll keep you posted on that and much more as more information becomes available. Another number one, now moving to the 26 class, the number one overall recruit in 2026, Jackson Cantwell. Got Eric Campbell on my mind. Jackson Cantwell, the number one player in the 2026 class, offensive tackle, another absolute stud, has Michigan at or near the top for him. Right now, I actually think Oregon might have a slight lead, but Michigan and Oregon right now seem like the teams to beat for this recruitment. One of the keys to his commitment will be development as well as relationship with the coaches, and obviously Michigan can develop along the offensive line. We don't need to elaborate much on that. They are coming off the number one offensive line recruiting class in the history of the school, with guys like Avery Gatch and Babalola, as well as Ty Haywood, Strayhorn. This class, in terms of the offensive line, the greatest Michigan's ever seen. And by the way, they got the number one player in this class in Bryce Underwood, the top-rated player to ever come to Michigan, depending on the service that you like. So this would just add to that along that offensive line and the strength that they already have there. Having a guy like Cantwell would speak volumes to what the coaching staff is able to do. We move on, though, because those two guys aren't the only number ones. We're talking number one player at his position, Savion Hitter, in the 2025 class out of Mineral, Virginia, is also a favorite of the Wolverines, and according to some, maybe even favoring the Wolverines. The Wolverines seem like the team to beat in this recruitment. We'll keep you posted with more information on that. But Savion Hitter, an absolute stud. Again, number one player in the 2026 class at his position out of Virginia. This would be an amazing, amazing get for Michigan, coming off, again, another position where they've been on a hot streak over the last couple of recruiting classes with guys like Jordan Marshall, Micah Kapana, as well as Donovan Johnson, Jasper Parker in this upcoming class, or this class that's coming in this year. Getting a guy like Savion Hitter would be absolutely in line with what they've been doing at that position over the last couple of years. Jordan Marshall being the Gatorade Player of the Year in Ohio, Mr. Ohio. So that would be excellent. We'll keep you posted on that as well if more information becomes available. But till next time, before we get there, though, be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already. Share your comments in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think Michigan's odds of landing any of these guys or all three of these guys in the comment section? Plus, talk to me about the Eric Campbell hire. I, for one, think it's an A++ hire, knocked out of the park by Sharon Moore. Let me know what you think. And let's talk about this upcoming Monday when we welcome Darren from Darren Talks Ball to the Eminem Monday show. Me, the Maniac Kinetic, will be interviewing Darren about his thoughts and his take on what's going on with Michigan, the state of Michigan football, and we might even have a special guest drop in. So be sure to check it out live, 7 p.m. Monday, this Monday coming up, and let us know what you think. Be sure to join the conversation. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through. All right, now I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that, all that Maize and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real. Just calm down.